Oh yeah. Okay, so this is my new favorite build, guys. Thought I'd give you a quick update. I have been testing out a few things, and I found that this is basically my old build with a few more modifications that makes it better. More headshot damage, slightly. The thing is that I lose a little bit damage to elites, but that's okay because I have a lot more armor and a lot more damage in total. Um, so feast your eyes on this new build. The whole point of this build is to stack as much armor as you can. So I have 300,000 pretty much armor, and I achieved that by the two main components from hard earned on both backpack and chest. This whole build, if you want to make it, revolves around three pieces. So you must have bonus armor on your chest with unstoppable force and hard earned. Forget about weapon damage and everything for now. You just make these this is like the meat and potatoes of the build, right? And you need on the ropes and hard earned, again with bonus armor. And if you can find a backpack with two yellows on it, that'd be great. And also this sneaky little talent that's flying in here called compensated. When weapon damage is increased, plus 15% when your critical hit chance is below 20%. Clearly I'm below 20% critical hit chance. And I have 3 out of 3 requires for the red requirements. So, and obviously it requires 7 blues to activate the unstoppable force and 7 yellows to activate on the ropes. I'm getting 60%. Now, obviously that's 25 here from on the ropes. That's 15 from here. That's 40, and I'm getting an extra, basically 18%. I pretty much worked out from my armor. So every 2% weapon damage for every 10,000 max armor. Don't know if I'm right about that. So if someone hears me speaking about that, I worked it out to be around 18%. So yeah, so it's basically nearly 60% weapon damage you're getting from this build, and you've got patience, and you got a shit ton of armor, and you're putting out numbers, yeah, that are significantly higher than my last build because I still am running headshot damage, right? So the one thing that I do want is a better mask. This mask has 2 utilities, which is great, which helps me get to the 7 yellows, but it does have a damage to elites at 33, which sucks. I want a damage to elites here. This doesn't have a another yellow slot, you see. I do want this mask on though, but I just can't have it at the minute. I want 41% damage to elites or 42% on the red attribute, and then on the talents I want hard hitting. So I have lost, because that mask was on my other build, I have lost out. The gun I'm using is a custom P416 G3. Yes, it's 18k damage, but with all the bonuses on top, I don't even know how hard it hits, but the numbers when I'm at the end of the mag of my weapon damage on like purple or red bars with all the bonuses active, so like literally the 60% extra damage, I am getting 100k headshots plus, and that's not damage to elites. My old build hits a little harder to damage to elites, and that's only because it's got more percentage. On a whole of a raw stat figure, this hits harder when all the bonuses are active versus my older build. And obviously it's because I've got Nemesis on for the increased headshot damage. And you know what? I rolled it twice and it went down to 280k from 330k, which is hilarious on the same build. So I've actually lost more damage, and that's why I am, enjoying the game. But when I do get more exotics, I'll just keep deconstructing them and re-rolling this, because this gun was at 340, I think, and on my sniper build with all the marksman rifle damage, it was at 480k. So I've literally lost 100k. Yeah, almost 100k. Really annoying, actually. Because after now, if I was to switch to my snipe build, let's see what it's at now. 369. So it was 480k on my snipe build. So I've lost over 100k, 110k. That's what the bitch is about, fucking re-rolling shit. So anyway, so running through all the mods, you want to make sure you want to go with, you want to find utility mods on your mask and try and get damage to elites. Like I said, Unstoppable Force, hard earn, and obviously I've got a utility slot here with 4% rifle damage, assault rifle damage, which is good. I don't know where I got that from, but yeah, I'm trying to make my other character a higher level to farm for those 6% assault rifle damage mods for utility slots. But whether the devs change it, I've not really been bothered about that because I'm not farming and wasting that time if they are going to change it. So that's why I decided to just enjoy the game. If they don't change it, I will go for it. I've got Chem Launcher skill power, but I have changed my my skills. I'm using the Firefly at the minute because I find that the cooldown on it's better. It takes longer to cool down. You want a longer cooldown to have on the ropes active more often. And obviously Seeker Mine just seeks them out for me, and it's like a mini UAV for me. Or pulse. Backpack, obviously, like I said, you want, if you can, get on the ropes on there. I've got total armor 4%, but there's a 4.5% mod on the knee pads I'll show you in a minute. You need total armor for this build, or else you can't get that high in armor. And it hits like a truck. It's really good, actually. I can do any challenging. Challenging, like I said, is like a normal mode, yeah. Whereas heroic is like 3 levels above challenging, in my opinion. So it's a lot more diverse. A lot more things are going on. So yeah, that's that bad boy. Brand sets don't really matter, in my opinion, as long as you got all the talents on there. It's all good. I think it's obvious that the only one that does matter really is the Gila Guard, which is the 10%, the 10 grand or 11 grand bonus armor with patience, and you've got the mods, 4.5% total armor and bonus armor, and armor on kill kind of keeps you going there, but it's nothing too spectacular. And you get the total armor as well. You need that for total armor plus 5%. If you can find DNH with 15% headshot damage to it, that'd be great. I'm not too bothered about weapon damage because I know when all the buffs are active, you know, it's all good. That 15% plus the 25% you get from having it holstered, yeah, that's 40% plus your extra weapon damage. It just is ridiculous. And the benefit of this is that you're getting 300,000 armor. So yeah, the weapon mods, you want to use a 3.4 times scope or a 4 times optimal range, or else the headshot won't work. The headshot damage from the holster, the holstered talent on the Nemesis won't work. I've got reload speed, I've got damage release. I'm going to change reload speed to either critical hit chance or stability. I think stability is better. You want to be able to hit your target. Reload speed, not too bothered. If I'm playing like with a group, I'll have reload speed because you're literally flying through enemies, face tanking, and they take more bullets. Damage to release on the muzzle and extended round. Still haven't got that 20 plus round mag that decreases your reload speed, I believe, by 10%. But yeah, everything's looking juicy. My stats. The damage to elite is not very good. Okay, it's 43%, but you don't really need to worry about that when you've got Nemesis in your back pocket. You charge that bitch up, you shoot somebody with that, and it'll fuck them up. Especially when you've got on the ropes active and your unstoppable force. It hits a lot harder than just 280. I remember I said before I re-rolled it, trying to get the max roll like an idiot. I actually had 330k on this build. So yeah, and obviously as you saw when I switched to my sniper build, I have lost over around roughly 110k, and that's because obviously marksman damage bonuses. So yeah, it's fun. I just want to change the mask. That's it. Like, you can run any challenge on this, and you don't have to worry about anything. I'm not going to run the full DCD headquarters, but I'll give you a little, because I've literally just completed it. And I'm just doing a quicker video this time, so it's not as long, long things. But I'll just show you exactly like how it performs when you're, going through challenging, and This is like a build that you can use in a group, and you can use solo, and it's still like you're still going to be the guy at the front killing everyone in front of everyone. Like you literally are carrying other people through. It's that powerful. I've joined a lot of groups where there are good players, but a lot of people decide to stay back, and even on like normal mode, tidal basing, I get that you haven't got the best gear, but if you're one of them players that likes to rush in and fuck shit up, like just get on with the game, like that's what I love to do. I just want to do it, get on with it. And obviously to get on the ropes active, the best way I do it is, I mean you can do it either way, but I just get rid of the fucking talents as soon as possible. Skills, sorry, so I've got them active like that. So yeah, my aim's not going to be that great because I think that was a 97k headshot. My aim's not going to be that good because literally just got on. But yeah, I wanted this build primarily because of the gloves, the 15% or whatever extra damage. So yeah, let me heal up here. I'm just not concentrating really, am I? So if I kill one more guy now, I'll have the full force because I've got unstoppable force, which is running out, and it's just running out right now. That's the buff gone. So remember, you have to make sure that the buffs are all active, but eventually by just playing and killing, after one kill, you're on full force then. You know, there's one dude somewhere. I don't know where. Let's try and get a headshot on him. Yeah. And I've been looking at the numbers playing through both builds, and the other build I'm referring to is one that's got a slightly higher base damage, right? But it doesn't have as many bonuses. It does have on the ropes and unstoppable force. But right now, let's get this. I'm doing this for a test. I've got on the ropes active and unstoppable force active now. Let's see what we got on the head.
That's just a fancy way of saying.
Unstoppable force run out. So yeah, it's just basically there's not enough enemies right now, but I've been seeing, like on my other build, there's 171k headshots, but that's because I've got more damage to release, right? With this is about 121k to the head, 130k as I've seen. So yeah, but it's just a better overall damage build kind of thing. More diverse as well, you've got more to use. I just enjoy it more. That was a 96. Yeah. You can see they're fucking dropping like flies, these motherfuckers. Loads of backpack shit there, baby. But yeah, you get my point. This build, I'm just running around like a silly person, but you get this build, it's ridiculous, and you guys should go build it. And that's really it, because I don't want to make these videos too long where people get bored and stuff. I'm not concentrating, I've just fucking run around. But you can kind of get a good insight on how powerful it is. And I hope you enjoyed the build, because that is a really nice build. Everything's synergized together. You can use it with a shield as well. But my other build I was talking about before I go is this one. Damage. So this one is slightly less but slightly more damage on the base damage. This is a really good build, don't get me wrong. I've got damage to elites on it. Headshot. All the things I've changed really is the gloves and the mask. Pretty much, and this is a really good build as well. Actually, I'll showcase this one as well, because I do swap between them both, and I haven't really worked out which is my favourite. I do love this one for damage, but the other one's got more survivability. Even though I died, it's got more survivability, believe it or not. Obviously more armour, but 30k or 25k armour really makes a difference. I think you hit harder with the other build on the normal enemies, but then when you come up against elites with this build, obviously because it's got more damage to elites, obviously you're going to hit harder. So this is hitting 88k to the head, whereas I was hitting 97k with the other one. Other build. It's just weird, man. It's just weird seeing all the stuff. Where are you coming out, boy? Coming out there. So I don't want to be coming out. What's going on here? Oh, it's that fucking thing. Oops. Hate when that happens. So I've got a couple of force right now. Here we go. So let's use them, get them on cooldown. See, I'm getting 66 to the head. Like, it's not. I know the base damage is more on the gun, but it's just without the bonuses, it's just not as powerful, right? To these purples, and literally the only thing that other build is missing is an extra like 30% damage to elites or 40%, I think, and that's why I like playing the other build a little better than this one.
Right in the middle of the lab.
So yeah, it's called damage to elites because I had a different build on this previously, so I do need to change that because it's not damage to elites, this one. This is more like survivability. This is something that you play through heroic with. I've completed a heroic with this one, and I've also completed a heroic with this one that I just showcased. I prefer this one because you're more tanky, you can survive more shit getting thrown at you, and you've got a better chance of survival, right? Whilst putting out a little bit more damage in this, probably quite. Not even a little bit, I'd say more damage, a lot more damage. If you're getting, it's basically 97k to the head, yeah, on this one, on a red bar versus 60-70. So, I don't know, I switched between them both, but this is my new favourite build for sure. I've got the guy looking swag with his colour combo. And again, this is just to enjoy, really. It's, you know, it's not really worth playing heroic because there's not really any good rewards from it. But it's a good little, you know, mission. But I love this whole build because of the synergy as well. It just really works well together, you know. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.